Last evening I was watching a most disturbing report on the news channels. It was all about the violence that's happening now during sports. And we like to think it's isolated incidents, but this report indicated it's widespread. It started with Little League, with Pop Warner, with youth soccer, works its way up to the high schools, and then now even to our professional sports. Most recently, this Patriots fan this past Sunday who was beaten to death at a football game. What's this saying about our society? These are, we can say, isolated incidents. They're not. They're more widespread than we want to believe. We're losing civility. We're losing understanding of sportsmanship. We're losing the why we have sports. Cardinal Egan used to say all the time, the new churches are the football stadiums of today. When you look at the crowds that gather on a Sunday for a football game or a college game compared to churches, what's happening to us? Who are the gods of our society? Who are we worshiping? And I think it's so important for us to start looking at that a little bit more seriously. We can see that often in our own parish. We know that these people are not in the pews, but they're on the sidelines of sports. Why is that a higher commitment than coming to be with the Lord? That's a question I think we all have to look at, because it's so typical of the secularism of our times. It's so typical of the lack of respect we have for the Lord. No matter what changes in society, the one thing is sure is that Sunday is the Lord's day. It belongs to Him, but we've given it away. And certainly this violence, this horrendous beating of each other over a sports game, what is that saying about the human spirit? What is that saying about the respect we're called to have for each other? And so I think it's time for all of us, as with so many of these situations going on in our world, to really reassess where our priorities are, to be honest with ourselves, and to ask ourselves, how has this become what it has become? What was once meant for fun has become more than serious. Just as I talked to a father the other day who wishes he could afford to take his son to a baseball game, but now he's even afraid to take him near a stadium based on what's been happening in recent times. That's not the way to live. That's not what Christ calls us to be. Certainly that's not humanity or respect for each other.